Good morning everyone, welcome back. What in tarnation is going on here, you might ask? You're taking it out of one truck and putting it in another. Well, we are a good chance of a decent shot of rain coming up here this week. It is Sunday the 24th of August, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, where am I? So the Bureau of Manure has us 25 to 50 mil, I think, this week coming up. So yeah, that might be a little bit high, saying up to 50, but yeah, if we could piece together 15 or 20 mil to finish out August, that would be awesome. So we're feeding some late crops at the moment. I gave the canola another dose of urea yesterday. Dad's got some late barley, some late wheat out at Belaley. Just because we don't have enough manpower, it's easier. Otherwise I'd have to cart the auger out there with that truck. So we just thought we'll just throw a few tonne of urea in here, and then he can head out to Belaley and I'll just chase him out there with a bit of urea. He only needs about one load out there. Just giving it a light dose out there. The crops are very late, and so yeah, how much of a requirement they'll actually need for nitrogen, I don't know. But we better go out and give them a shot, because yeah, we've got a bit of subsoil moisture and things are looking good. But yeah, I'm going to throw a bit of fuel in this. Might go see the kids this morning. It is Sunday, and yeah, there's plenty of stuff to do. I've got a few jobs I can chip away at today, and I'll have to run around after Dad in the spreader, and maybe we might even spread some more wheat back here this afternoon. But we are going to hoe through that load of urea. Like, there's not even that much left in there now already after doing the canola and that. So anyway, as long as everything's had a feed, that'll be a great start. Here's the official fuel gauge of the old Merc. Oh yeah, she's getting down. Isn't that fancy? So conditions are going to be a little bit borderline today for spreading. I think during the middle of the day the winds are supposed to get up somewhere between 20 and 30 k's, which is not ideal, so we'll just monitor it and see how the day goes. But I don't know, we're just throwing a bit of urea around, so we can always narrow up spread width a bit if we need to. But like I said, we'll just see what happens during the day. Now the old diesel storage back there behind me from, you know, the 1970s, there is going to be some upgrades happening there soon. We've got a couple of new pieces here to improve our diesel storage, which I am just so excited about. Number one thing that we got was our local supplier, Perry's. This is an old 4,500 litre tank that they had, and because they're delivering fuel out here and they want things to be, when they come out, they want to bring as much fuel as they can, and they want it to be safe. So the problem with some of those old overhead fuel tanks is they're not really up to OH&S spec, and so drivers don't really want to fill them. Now they've got a stand for this one. We weren't initially going to put this one on a stand, but it does have a ground fill, so you can fill it from the ground. There's a tube and that goes on here, and they can just plug into it from the ground and fill it up. Sight glass on there. So they've actually just given that to us because there's probably not much use to them anyway. And we also bought a 10,000 litre poly tank, diesel storage tank. Now poly, I'm not so sure about having a poly tank, but it was cheap. It was very cheap. So both of these pumps will have 240 volt electric pumps in the top and meters, and it's just going to be unreal, man. I'm looking so forward to it. So that's going to be another project to sort out here soon. We'll probably put both those tanks either along that shed there or along this shed here, where we can get 240 volts power to them. And the poly tank, we'll probably even build just a little lean-to over it. I don't know how well they go sitting out in the weather, but you know, won't take much to do that, and it will protect it and keep it under cover, and we might even make it big enough to put the fuel card under. So that's just yeah, I'm looking so forward to it. It's going to be great. So essentially we should have between those two tanks, the one we got given and the new one, we'll have about 14,500 litres, plus yeah, we might even keep this one here. It's got steps on it, and yeah, like just for filling utes and things like that, and yeah, we might get rid of all the rest of them. They're not really much use, these old 2,000 litre tanks, so it's going to be a nice upgrade. Good morning! How are you? Good? Hello! So it sounds like Dad'll be an hour or so until he needs me out at Belaley. So in the meantime, I think I might, yeah, clean up a bit of my mess here and make this a little bit more tidy, since we certainly won't be out in the field for, well, I'm hoping we won't be out in the field for a good week or more. Let's see if we can do this the quick way. That's better. This is like deja vu, folks. I feel like we were doing this last weekend. Right, he's done, he is loaded. This is the latest of our wheat, and it's out here at Belaley, which means it is just going to be even later because it's colder out here and things just don't grow. But here's a look at it. So yeah, it's going to need significant rain and favourable conditions to get this through to harvest. We'll have to come out here and spray this real soon. An absolute ton of mustard out here. Unfortunately, last year with the drought, a lot of the there was a bit of mustard in here, and we never came out and sprayed it because the crop was so poor and so moisture stressed. And then we got a bunch of rain in October, and it sort of took off again. And so yeah, there's going to be a bit of mustard pressure out here, which we can see. It's quite small at the moment, but yeah, this will get big and it will compete for the nitrogen and affect the crop if you let it get too far. So that'll be on the to-do list pretty soon, I think. But overall, it's a decent looking crop, nice stand. It's just a few weeks behind where you'd want it. Let's head back home. I think I might have to deliver urea to Dad again up at Ramsin. I should have enough in the truck, I think. I don't know, maybe I'll have to top it up, but yeah, we'll just see how he goes. So that wheat there, that is our latest wheat, like I said. The other wheat that went in out here is a lot further ahead than that. It's just, yeah, Dad was waiting on some weeds and whatnot before he seeded it. Whoa! You want to go get some lunch? Love your ballerina. Thank you. So we just ducked into the town to get some lunch because we've got no power, and I think most of Jamestown doesn't have power. I think they might be doing some maintenance or something somewhere, but we can't even get water into the house when we have no power, because the rainwater tank on the side of the house has an electric pump on it, and well, no electricity, no electric pump. So it becomes quite annoying, but anyway, we thought, let's just get out of here and get some food, feed the kids. I think while I'm waiting to hear from Dad whether he needs me to run more urea up to him, I'm just going to get busy cleaning a couple of bins out over the road here. I've shifted all the grain around. And yeah, if you went back a year ago, I was doing all this stuff right before harvest because we basically rebuilt the road train, and I spent weeks upon weeks being sick last year. I just caught everything under the sun. It was horrendous. So it feels really good to have some grain moved around over here and to be washing a few bins out now. I'll take the opportunity while I got it. Just nibbling away these little jobs so they're done for harvest. It's awesome. So we'll connect up to a bin here and start flushing. I don't think I've got a pin in my ute. That's awesome. I've just pulled up there. I have to go get a pin. Pin acquired. I actually have no idea where my pin went. Ever since I put the tray on the back, it's just gone walkabout. So I might have to go buy another one. Well, again today, the wind is, yeah, I mean it's up, but it's certainly not as bad as what I was thinking it was going to be. So yeah, it's good to be able to get out and get that spreading done. So these newer, bigger bins had seed, wheat and barley in them, so I just want to give them a really good washout. I don't want any of that seed treatment in the bin, so that when we come to harvest time they're nice and clean and they're ready to go. And second to that, because they're new, I like to wash them out with rainwater and not bore water. Some of the old bins I don't really care about because they're old and rusty anyway, but I like to try and take care of those ones. So give them a nice clean out and they're ready to go. Probably early enough to be checking tyre pressures on them, but if they're still up from last harvest, they'll make it through another few months until this harvest. Rinse and repeat, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I got the call. Dad's going to need a bit more urea up there. He probably only needs a ton or so to get finished, and probably not even that much. But anyway, I'm not sure if there's enough in the truck, so we'll go have a look in the truck. Might need to just quickly stuff a bit more in there before I head up. But I've got about 4 bins done, so that is excellent. That's a nice little, some nice inroads into that job. There was probably enough in there, but I don't want to, fall short for any reason, so we'll make sure we've got plenty. Delivery complete. Out of here. Well, a lot happened then in a short amount of time, but needless to say, I am going out to give this wheat just by home here its second lick of urea. I don't know, hedging my bets. The rainfall this week looks really good, so it's probably not got enough out there to make an average, at least average crop, so I might as well go back and hit it now. The bigger the crop gets, and when you run it over when it's bigger, the less it sort of comes back. So yeah, I'd rather just give it another hit now, and then hopefully I can really just close the gate with this one. Dad's been spreading all day. He turned the screen off. I hop in here and it thinks I'm going backwards. It's got the implement at the front. Unreal. I'm going to have to pull out of this paddock. I'm just freehanding around the outside, and I'm going to have to do a compass calibration, I think. Well, it sorted itself out, so that's good. This is a wheat crop that is looking really good at the moment. I'll be more than happy to give this another feed and kick it along a bit more. I have been relieved of my duties there. Unreal. I thought I was going to have a bit of an evening ahead of me, but I'll take that. I think we got tacos for dinner, so we'll go home and eat some tacos. That sounds good. Sounds bloody delicious. You can see a set of lights just out there, oh, on the horizon. I think the neighbours are out putting out a bit of crop food as well. And I think Dad might actually keep going after this and go do another paddock of wheat. It's better off out in the paddock at the moment, honestly, with the rainfall forecast. I'll tell you what it is at the moment, just for your reference, but basically we got 4 days of rain on the go. So, well, we got a chance of a shower tomorrow, then it's 4 to 20, 2 to 10, 2 to 10, 6 to 30, 0 to 1, 0 to 1. So, might as well get it out there. Ain't gonna do anything sitting in the truck. Well, he's already topped up, so let's put some stuff away, eh? Last one for the night. Oh! I reckon there is about a half a tonne in there, maybe, not even. Wow, that's how you go through 25 tonne of urea in a day, I suppose. We honestly might as well just scrape that out. It's going to be windy in the morning, but we might as well bloody scrape that out in the morning and just go and spread it out, because what are you going to do with that? Good morning, everyone. It is probably a hair windy out there this morning, but I've got all of about a tonne left in the spreader there, so we're just going to go get rid of it. Done. We are totally out of urea. That's good. Time to give a few bits and pieces of cleanup, I think. Put them away before the rain. But first, it's coffee time, I think. While that auger is here, I might just leave it here, because if I get a chance, I'll service it ready for harvest. So we can tick that one off too. Everything is cleaned up and put away for now. I just washed the sprayer wheels off, because after they changed the tyres there was, I don't know, they probably sprayed CRC everywhere here on the wheel studs and whatever else, cleaned it all up, and all the lubricant they put around the edge of the tyre to get it on, it was all just a mess, and so I gave it a bit of a wash up. I just got to get some water pumping, and then the rest of my job's for the day and not out here. Well guys, I might sign out for another episode. Thank you very much for watching. Massive shout out to video sponsor Market Check. If you are a farmer and you want any help with your grain marketing, be sure to go and check those guys out. I'll link all their details below as always. If you want to support the channel, you know what to do. If not, all good. You guys have yourselves a good one. Till next time, see ya.